Story time. Babies are a financial plan for men.
Do you notice that one way a man used to trap women is getting them pregnant? They want to get you pregnant from not just one, oh, back to back, right? A woman shared her story and she was saying that her husband just left her just like that, just because they had an argument about dishwasher and all of that. And now he left her with 4 children. She doesn't even know where to start from. She doesn't even know anything about it. Let me read a clip for you all to watch to the end, and I'll be back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
2 weeks ago, my husband, my partner for life, I thought, of 5 years, decided he wasn't happy anymore and left. Honestly, it was a normal day. He woke up saying his knees hurted. It was the day after Mother's Day. We had an argument about how he loaded the dishwasher. And next thing you know, he's gone. And 2 days later, I got a text message saying he was done. So now it's the end of the month. I'm trying to figure out rent and my bills and all kinds of stuff. And my kids are out of school and I have 4 kids and it's going to be 2 months of me trying to hide all these emotions that I'm going through. But every day it's a goddamn roller coaster. And I'm trying to hold together. And I have a 5-month-old. And I have a diabetic daughter. An autistic child. I'm just going through a lot. And I would appreciate it if you just like or comment or stay to watch this video. It would help me a lot. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with my life right now again.
So yeah, we're not even actually talking about him leaving her. We are talking about him leaving her with children. And this is the kind of thing that men do, right? They always want to leave you with those children that they claim that they want. Most of the time, in fact, I feel like men or people always try to make women feel bad. When you want to leave a marriage, they'll tell you, what about your children? Think about your children. I feel like they're using that as emotional blackmail to blackmail you and say, oh, don't leave that marriage without your children. Now you see women stay in an abusive relationship just because of children, on an happy relationship just because of the children. Or then they will leave and they will start struggling to take care of 3 children alone or 4 children alone. And that is why we see single mothers everywhere, because they left their marriage with children. But then when they left the marriage with children, the men are left alone with nothing. That is why it's very easy for these men to be able to start up, marry all over again, have more children, because you left them with no responsibility. Let me roll some clip for you all to watch to the end, and I'll be back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
2 weeks ago, my husband, my partner for life, I thought, of 5 years, decided he wasn't happy anymore and left.
Give him the kids right now. I don't know where he is. I know you got 4 kids. Track him down. I don't care if he's in a studio apartment. I don't care if he's living in his car. I don't care if he's living in under a fucking tree in the park. You march all 4 of those kids down, even the special needs kids. You give them a day's worth of supplies. You got a 5-month-old, he gets 8 diapers. And you drop those kids off and you say, guess what? It's summer vacation. Here's your 2 weeks of vacation that you get in the summer. Then you drive away. Drive away fast. Don't worry about them kids. They're going to be fine. What he's going to do is learn a valuable lesson. And you walk off. The only thing you do is text him just to answer questions. If he asks a stupid question, oh, what am I supposed to do about feeding the kids on day 2? I don't know, motherfucker. Figure it out. This is what you wanted. You wanted to be a part-time parent. Now you get to be a part-time parent. I'm not going to argue with you anymore about how you load the dishwasher because you're not fucking here anymore. But what you can do is take these kids a full 50% of the time so that I can go get a job and support the 4 kids that you and I had together. I'm so tired of women just sacrificing their lives after these baby daddies walk out and they say, oh, but my kids, oh, well, I just can't sacrifice my kids. Oh, I should have, 90% custody because he doesn't even want to see his kids. No! Force him to take the kids. He signed up for this. Stop letting these men off so easy, and maybe they'll figure out not to put their ejaculate where they don't want to take a risk of being responsible for a child for the next 18 years. And I get it. You got special needs kids, medical needs, whatever. Make him learn how to care for them.
Yeah.
And you know what? If they grow up with shitty dad half their life, doesn't matter, because you know what they're going to see? You were a good mom for half their life. They'll grow up. They'll realize he's awful. In the meantime, you get every other weekend off so you can pursue your goals and your dreams and your financial situation to make their lives better. Because he ain't going to do that. That's not what men do. And you make sure he doesn't pair up with someone else that's going to start muddling in your business. If he has 4 kids in tow, one of whom's an infant and 2 are special needs, who's he going to land to be the new baby mama and make your life difficult? No one. He's going to have to focus on his family. And it won't be you. It'll be them 4 kids. I'm telling you, drop those kids right now, today.
Story time. Babies are a financial plan for men. Something I've observed in real life is men who abandon their children and they circle back into the child's life, usually when the child is 23, 24, 25. They don't do a minute sooner. They do it when the kid is already now an adult in the working force and can pay their own bills. I've watched men do this to sons they've abandoned, and they prey on these men's emotional heartstrings and that void for wanting a father. Then I've watched as these men who've abandoned their children, they ask those children who they did not provide for to provide for their second families. Another reason men want you pregnant is because if he's the father of your child, you're probably not going to want him to be homeless, or you might do whatever it takes to keep the family together. So he can treat you as badly as he wants, and you might feel ashamed and stay just so the kid has a father. Men know that they can create a lifetime attachment to you through a child. There's this amazing Black American song from Motown, Papa was a Rolling Stone, wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. And it's a beautiful instrumental song in the beginning, but it's profoundly sad if you listen to the chorus because they sound like very young men. And the way I interpret the song is the mother doesn't actually speak badly ever about the dad. She just said all he left us was alone. I also know a lot of women like that where they don't want to badmouth, and it's not even bad-mouthing, it's telling the truth. But women, because of misogyny, it's always our fault. So in that way too, some children of both genders, they don't understand the reality of having a narcissistic father or a predatory father. And lastly, one time a man said to me, but why don't you have children? Who's going to take care of you when you get older? And I said, children are not my retirement plan, but that's how they think, that these are the people who are going to take care of me as I get older. And that's so deeply unfair to kids who have to grow up that way. It's immediately parentifying them. Anyway.
Are you in support of women, or would you advise some women to leave their children and just walk out of the marriage if they're unhappy, if they are done with the marriage, not because anything, but if they want to divorce and all of that? Would you advise a woman to leave children and walk out, right? Or would you say take your children before you leave, right? For me, I feel like because of the emotional blackmail for women and people telling women that you cannot leave. See, I don't think I've heard somebody say, leave your children. Maybe for TikTok, sure. But real life, people always make you feel somehow like, why would you want to leave your children as a mother? as a mother, you're supposed to always be with your children. You should not leave your children for any man, because the man that you're leaving the children for, you are saying that man is an abusive person, or his behavior is bad, or he's not a good person. So why do you want to leave your children in his care, knowing that he's not going to take full responsibility for them, or knowing that he will not even take care of them well the way you would have taken care of them if you didn't leave, right? Or if you have left with them. So they kind of blackmail women and be like, take all these children. So it's kind of difficult for women to start thinking that, oh, I have 4 children with this man. I'm done with this marriage. How do I start up and just walk out of this marriage with 4 children? That's 4 children plus me, that's 5. So how do I start up my life? So because it's so difficult, and because it made it look like if you walk out of that marriage without your children, you're a bad person, women stay in those marriages. And that's why it's easier for men to walk out. They just walk out. Like, you can see, just like the lady that said that it just left. It just left. Why can't women just leave? Why is it so difficult for women to just leave and leave the children for the men? Let them handle it. I remember a story of a guy that came to the internet, started crying and shouting that my wife left a newborn baby for me and went to marry another person in Nigeria. Another rich man in Nigeria. And it was so funny to me, because these things like this are what happen. It's the other way. It's men that used to leave women with children. Now women are leaving men with children. And that guy was so confused, he doesn't know what to do, that people should call. He will say he will accept his wife back. He said he will accept her back. She should just come back. That he doesn't know what to do to this child. So my own is, why is it so difficult for women to just leave children and just walk away when you're done with the marriage? Must you take your children with you? We advise women to take your children with you. I feel like it's a personal matter. I feel like it's also a very sensitive matter. I don't know. But I just feel like the emotional abuse they put on women is too much, and that's why women are suffering so much. So some women are suffering so much in their marriages. Even quite alright, they want to leave, they're tired, but when they look at their children, they be like, I'm not going anywhere, because where will I start from? How will I handle only me with 4 or 5 children, 2 children, only me? How can I do that? So they end up staying there regardless, and they don't do anything. And I feel, and just like the last video, these men always intentionally trap you with child. As a woman, you have to be very wise, right? Don't just start getting pregnant because, oh, love. You just get to know the person very well before you just decide to have baby. Because most of them are doing it because they want to trap you, right? So they do it intentionally just to trap you. Like, let me get this girl pregnant, then I know that she's mine forever. I know that she's not going to leave me, or I know that I'm not going to suffer, right? She's not going to suffer me because I am our children's father or something. They already know the kind of person you are, and they trap you down with children. I feel like, me personally, I feel like men trap you down with children even more than marriage, right? Marriage, you can walk away. If you don't have children, it's easier for you to walk away in marriage without children. But once you have kids involved, you have to compromise, you have to be forgiving in a whole lot of things that if there was no children involved, you can just walk away, right? But I just feel like, to me, I feel like men trap you down with children. And that is why you see some men, when they see their wife is looking so beautiful after they've put to bed, maybe a wife that has 2 or 3 children already, and they just say that, you're looking so put together already, you're looking beautiful, and men are already like looking at you. The next thing the man is going to do, knock you another pregnancy. He will just tell you he needs another baby. I feel like that's what most African men do here, right? They just want to just give it, just because they just feel like, I want to have it all by myself, and the only way I can trap you down and control you is getting you pregnant. So would you say women should walk out of their marriage and leave the kids with a man? Oh, it's not wise. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section respectfully, and thank you all so much for tuning in today's video. It's your favorite girl again, Maria Davis, and don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and please turn on the post notification bell to get notified once I upload another interesting video like this one. And of course, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.